Our first guest is Dino Mangano, a photographer.
Yes.
Do I say your name right?
Absolutely. You got it right the first time.
Dino Mangano from Detroit, Michigan.
Originally, yes.
Yeah.
I moved here about a year ago.
And you've come to Fresno area.
Mm-hmm.
You take pictures all over, though, right?
Yeah. I do not just weddings, but also nature photography, family photos, model portfolios. But I really like to incorporate nature as much as possible in those. So moving to the Central Valley was kind of nice. You're right by Yosemite and the ocean. So
like I said, I saw some of your pictures the last time you were here, and there were some Yosemite photos there. They're absolutely beautiful. If you're going to get married, Yosemite's not a bad place.
Fun place to shoot.
But regardless, wherever you're going to get married, call the theme of our shows here. Call a professional. Everybody has a. I got my iPhone. I think I'm a pretty good photographer. We're going to see some of your pictures in a minute. We're going to see the difference between for example, this one, between somebody who has an iPhone and somebody who has an eye for photography. Let's stick on this first one for a minute. Tell us about that one, Dino.
So this was a wedding in upstate New York,
Mm-hmm.
and this was an example of editorial style, which is how I prefer to shoot at weddings. We do post photos right after the ceremony, but the rest of the reception, I like to sort of just hide in the background and take pictures of natural events as they happen.
Candid shots.
Right, and so this was the couple actually just trying to get away from the party and have a moment together. They didn't know I was up on the hill shooting.
Yeah. You capture a lot of emotion in that
right,
one
and
picture.
capturing the as much of the. They're admiring the lake, and I want to capture in the photo what they're admiring while they're standing there.
And then let's see some more of these wedding photos by Dino Mangano. Wow.
So this was back in Michigan.
Silhouetted.
Yeah.
So you're working your way across the United States from New York, now we're to Michigan.
Right. Well, I've been in Detroit probably the last 12, 13 years shooting and just moved out to California a year ago. So many of these are from the Midwest.
So while it's backlit and silhouetted, you still capture the beautiful ground color.
Right. You could have a completely backlit silhouette, which can look nice, but it does look a little two-dimensional or one-dimensional. So you want to get a little bit of 3D to the photo by bringing in some of the light in the foreground.
You say you can do a silhouette. And I said, no, you can do a silhouette. I cannot. The average guy with their iPhone camera or no training.
You mentioned the cameras in phones are becoming more and more powerful now, and you're getting these huge files.
Right.
But photography is 90% lighting and composition.
Lighting and composition.
So it doesn't. I mean, when I first started shooting, the first 2 years, I was still using a 35mm film camera.
Film, wow.
And so
that was back in the 1940s.
It felt like it. When I first went digital, it was a big change, but it really opened up the possibilities.
But digitals have leaps and bounds in their quality and technology,
yes.
haven't they?
When I first started shooting in 2002, digital was still trying to catch up to film as far as the crispness of the photos. I mean, it's not even close now. I mean, digital is, you can make huge
digital
billboards.
Used to seem really flat, but now they're
yeah,
really...
back when they were still 3 and 4 megapixel cameras, but now you're talking 20, 24 megapixel, and you can shoot pretty much anything. Making the photo look special is about controlling your lighting source and the composition of the photo.
Right. Okay, now tell us about this very
this is actually
picture.
the same wedding as the couple out on the lake, and she was just, again, capturing someone not looking. She was fixing this chalkboard sign that she had at her reception, and the way the lighting was catching by the dress and the sign, it really worked. So
you're just there at the right time, and you say, "Wow, that's
my goal
something."
my goal is to create pieces of art that couples will want to hang on their wall, and everyone has those wedding photos on their wall where it's the two of them smiling, looking at the camera. But that's anyone can do.
And
that.
you do those too. You do
yeah,
the pose
and
pictures,
everybody wants those, right?
And then you do the
grandma and grandpa. They always
ones.
want those. Like for example, here you want to have them sort of pose for the photo, but make it a little bit different. So the backlit forest had them in the shade with the sun beaming down in the background, gave it again a little bit of a 3D effect.
Now, where was that taken?
This was up in Kings Canyon, up at about 7,000 feet.
Moving further west.
Yeah, so now we're the more recent. Yeah, this is here in California.
Same couple, I guess.
Yep.
Wow.
So this is also, in addition to shooting the actual wedding, what's becoming more popular now, not just engagement photos, but people want to do, it's almost like a mix between engagement photos and a modeling portfolio photo shoot, where people will get like a fashion photo shoot before the wedding to use. And this was a bride back in Michigan. But we literally just walked around the downtown area.
Is this the
and
day of the
shot.
wedding or previous?
No, this is months before the
Okay,
wedding,
so
so that
they're-
she could have these.
She's not sweating out the wedding day, and she gets
No,
this nice,
no, no.
relaxed looking,
She
very
didn't.
relaxed
She didn't have
looking.
go get her hair done and everything. This is almost like a gritty fashion shoot using her wedding dress, but so she could have these art pieces for her groom to put some around during the wedding day,
And that is-
more for fun for her.
And that is her wedding dress.
Yes, that
So
was
like I
that
said,
was the actual dress.
It's not the day of.
We made
and
sure we
all
didn't
the
get that
stress
dragging.
and
Yeah,
getting
no
ready.
dirt on the bottom or anything like that.
Now, where does somebody start if they want to find out about more about Dino Mangano?
Well, right on the screen there is my website. All the information is on the website as far as links to my social media pages, email, the phone number's right there. And what I like to do is meet with prospective brides and grooms and go over my style of photography, because you have to choose somebody who shoots the same style as you want to have in your home.
Right.
And everyone has a different style, and everyone's style is not for every bride and groom. So you want to make sure it's a good match.
Mangano
Mangano Photography, yes.
.net.
.net.
ManganoPhotography.net.
Yes.
Phone number is 586-738-5106.
It's still the Michigan area code.
Michigan area
Yes,
code, okay.
So that
And a lot of our viewers are just listening; they're not watching. So,
Okay.
So ManganoPhotography.net. By the way, if you don't get the information down and you want to reach Dino Mangano, call me. I'll give you his direct number. I'll give you his Michigan number, and we'll get you in touch with him. Great photographer. Are there more pictures? Do you have anything more to tell us?
I don't know if there's any more that I sent. Oh yeah, so this is a recent engagement session. This was shot up in Merced at
And they
Yosemite
wrote
Lake.
messages on their shoes. What
Yeah,
does it say?
that was a cool couple. They had there was a lot of fun with them.
A lot of personality.
Oh, they really did. They walk around holding hands, kissing each other all the time. It was really easy to take good pictures of them because they're really interacting with each other, and that makes for good photos. And this was something you don't get a lot of here in California, but back in Michigan, plenty of snow weddings.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it hard to shoot in the snow?
It's
It's a lot of whiteness there.
it can look washed out if you don't purposely add some color to it. So they had that dark blue in their in all the suits and the flowers for their wedding. So I made sure there was some of that to kind of pop out. Otherwise, in Michigan, winters can look a little gray. It doesn't look like those
Okay,
car
yeah.
commercials where it's all pretty and snowy. It's really just gray.
So those of us in California, we've never been in the snow. I mean, we've
No, you
gone-
go up and visit up
we've
in
gone and
Yosemite,
played
and
or
then you
something.
leave. Yeah, then
we
you
don't
leave
know
it
what it is
alone.
to be a city and there's snow on the ground. You're driving around in it.
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason I moved to California.
Yeah,
And that's the biggest one, is to get away from the snow.
And we never see people move from California to Michigan. That doesn't happen. very
I've never
often.
heard of it. There's a good reason for that.
Well, listen, this is the importance of getting a professional for your wedding. These are all art. They're all works of art.
That's
They're
what I
just
try to-
absolutely
that's what I try to
beautiful.
create.
The sharpness, the crispness, the composition, the colors, the lighting is the hardest thing.
Yeah, you have to really keep an eye out for what direction the light's coming and how the temperature of it, all that. Yeah.
Okay. Dino Mangano Photography, ManganoPhotography.net, 586-738-5106. Check him out on our YouTube channel. He will be there. He won the prize. He's going to be there. So check him out, and then go to his website. I bet there's a lot more pictures on the site.
Yeah, there's a ton more on the
Ton
site.
more.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell our viewers?
If you're interested, I'd be more than happy to talk with them, and we'll set up a meeting where we can talk about what their goals are for photos for after their wedding, and we can see if we can make that happen.
It's important that you guys click beforehand.
Absolutely.
I would imagine.
It's all about
That's why you
chemistry during that.
always want to meet before and just make sure.
Absolutely.
You don't want that guy to show up that day and find out they got a pierced eyeball or something like that. So I've seen it
No
happen.
pierced eyeballs
Yeah.
here, no.
Listen, we're going to have more guests on Central Valley weddings and special events. By the way, we're not just weddings. We talk about family photo shoots. We talk about family reunions. Anything that's an event that takes tables, chairs, photographers, and stuff like that we talk about on this show. So stick around. We'll have some more right after this.